Up to 50% of adults over 80 have sarcopenia. Up to 30% of those over 60 have it, and the overwhelming majority of them have no idea. Sarcopenia is the progressive loss of muscle mass and strength that begins after 40 and accelerates dramatically after 60. It is directly linked to falls, fractures, loss of independence, and a measurably shorter life, and it is being silently driven, in most seniors, by one thing above everything else: what they eat, or more accurately, what they're not eating enough of. Today we go deep on sarcopenia, the protein connection that most seniors are completely missing, and the specific dietary mistakes that are quietly making it worse. Welcome to Senior Wellness Guide. Here is the most damaging myth in senior nutrition, and it is almost universal. Most seniors believe that protein needs decrease with age. They eat less overall, cut back on meat to eat lighter, and consider this sensible, health-conscious behavior. The research says the exact opposite. A 2025 meta-analysis published in Frontiers in Nutrition confirms that older adults with sarcopenia consume significantly less protein than those without it, and that inadequate protein intake is one of the primary independent risk factors for developing and worsening the condition. Meanwhile, the body's ability to convert dietary protein into muscle tissue, called muscle protein synthesis, actually declines with age. The aging body needs more protein per kilogram of body weight than a younger adult, not less, to achieve the same muscle building response. So what does the research actually recommend? The standard RDA for protein is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. That guidance was not designed specifically for older adults, and a growing body of research now considers it significantly inadequate for seniors. Multiple clinical guidelines, including those from the European Working Group on Sarcopenia in Older People, now recommend 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily for healthy older adults, and up to 1.5 grams for those managing chronic conditions or already showing signs of muscle loss. For a 70-kilogram senior, that's roughly 154 pounds. That means between 70 and 84 grams of protein per day at minimum. Most seniors eating a typical Western diet are consuming half that. Ask your doctor or a registered dietitian to calculate your individual protein target. The number will almost certainly be higher than you expect. Here is the protein finding most seniors, and many doctors, don't know. It is not just how much protein you eat, it is when you eat it. Research shows that the aging body can only effectively use a limited amount of protein for muscle synthesis at any single meal, approximately 25 to 40 grams. Any excess beyond that threshold at one sitting is largely processed as energy rather than used for muscle building. Most seniors who do eat enough total daily protein consume the majority of it at dinner, eating almost none at breakfast and very little at lunch. This protein skewing pattern is significantly less effective for maintaining muscle than spreading protein evenly across all 3 meals. Aim for a meaningful protein source at every meal. A breakfast that includes eggs, Greek yogurt, or cottage cheese. A lunch with fish, chicken, or legumes. A protein-centered dinner. This distribution matters as much as the total. Beyond protein, 4 specific dietary patterns are quietly accelerating sarcopenia in seniors, and most are considered healthy choices. 1. Ultra-processed foods. The least active older adults show approximately 2.8 times higher odds of sarcopenia, but diet quality is a parallel driver. Ultra-processed foods displace the whole food protein and micronutrients the body needs for muscle maintenance. 2. Insufficient vitamin D. Vitamin D deficiency directly impairs muscle protein synthesis by disrupting the anabolic pathways muscles need to repair and rebuild, the same mTOR signaling pathways that protein activates. Seniors deficient in vitamin D lose muscle faster even when protein intake is adequate. 3. Excess alcohol. Regular alcohol consumption suppresses muscle protein synthesis and increases inflammatory markers that break muscle tissue down, independently of calorie intake. 4. Insufficient total calories. Seniors who undereat overall, even if the proportion of protein is correct, give the body insufficient energy, forcing it to break down muscle tissue for fuel. Calorie restriction without careful protein protection is one of the fastest ways to accelerate sarcopenia. One more finding worth knowing, and this one surprises most seniors. Plant-based proteins and animal proteins are not equal for sarcopenia prevention. A 2025 study examining protein sources specifically in older adults with sarcopenia found that insufficient intake of animal protein and amino acids, particularly arginine, was closely associated with higher sarcopenia risk. Animal proteins contain a more complete amino acid profile and are absorbed more efficiently by the aging gut than most plant proteins. This does not mean plant proteins have no value, they absolutely do. But seniors following plant-forward or vegetarian diets need to be especially deliberate about combining protein sources to ensure amino acid completeness, and should discuss this specifically with a dietitian. 3 specific actions worth taking after watching this video. First, ask your doctor for a sarcopenia screening. A grip strength test and walking speed assessment are the 2 primary clinical markers, both done in a standard appointment. Second, ask for a referral to a registered dietitian who works with older adults. A personalized protein target based on your weight, health conditions, and activity level is more valuable than any general guideline. Third, if you take any medication for diabetes, acid reflux, or blood pressure, ask your pharmacist whether it affects protein absorption or muscle metabolism. Several common medications do, and most patients are never told. Sarcopenia affects up to 50% of seniors over 80. Most don't know they have it. And most are making dietary choices that are quietly accelerating it, not because they're careless, but because they've never been given the right information. Eat more protein. Spread it across every meal. Protect your vitamin D. Avoid ultra-processed foods. And ask your doctor for a screening. Subscribe to Senior Wellness Guide for new videos every week. Drop a comment. Did the protein distribution finding change how you think about your meals? See you in the next video.